ALAMEDA cornerback Daryl Worley, who played in 10 games with 9 starts for the Raiders last season, was signed to a one-year contract Monday. Worley, 24, was a restricted free agent, meaning the Raiders had a right to match any contract offer made by another team. His return was anticipated, given that coach Jon Gruden and the defensive staff were pleased with how Worley played after he arrived following his release by the Philadelphia Eagles. As it stands, Worley is one of the Raiders' top 3 corners along with Garon Conley and Nevin Lawson, a free agent signed last week from the Detroit Lions. For complete Oakland Raiders coverage, follow us on Flipboard. Originally a third-round pick out of West Virginia by Carolina in 2016, Worley has played in 41 games with 34 starts and has 186 tackles, 4 interceptions and 24 passes defensed. He spent the last 2 games of the season on injured reserve with a shoulder injury. Worley was traded by Carolina to Philadelphia after the 2017 season but was released by the Eagles after police found him passed out in his car at a traffic light. The arrest and altercation with officers that followed led to a 4-game suspension without pay under the NFL's personal conduct policy. The Raiders were not only pleased with how Worley played upon his return, but how he conducted himself as a Raider. The Raiders were impressed enough to offer Worley a second-round tender, valued at $3.095 million. Worley opted to sign the deal rather than see if any other team made an offer. Last January 1st, Worley posted an Instagram message to Gruden that included the line, "When I was at one of the lowest points in my life, that phone call from you changed my life." Other cornerbacks on the roster include Nick Nelson and Montrell Meander, as well as Rico Gafford and Mackinton Dorland, both of whom could end up as safeties. Gruden and general manager Mike Mayock were visiting with quarterback Kyler Murray of Oklahoma Monday and were then moving on to Dwayne Haskins at Ohio State. The two are considered the top 2 quarterbacks in the draft. Drew Lock of Missouri and Daniel Jones of Duke could also sneak into the first round, but the Raiders saw both extensively at the Senior Bowl. Like our Oakland Raiders Facebook page for more Raiders news, commentary and conversation.